Oi, você por aqui! Então, hoje a gente vai estar fazendo uma série de quests do Final Fantasy XIV, chamada The Firebird Down Below. Espero que tenha alguma Phoenix Action. Parece, pelo menos pela fotinha. A gente vai estar ganhando um emote. E Unchin holds in his hand yet another missive addressed to you. Alguma coisa sobre o Soroban, nosso amigo Tartaruga Ninja, precisando da nossa ajuda no treinamento dele, provavelmente. Espero que ele não tenha virado outro monstro de novo. How kind of you to pay us a visit, Narena. Now I need not summon you. But a moment ago a certain surly cat returned with another missive addressed to you. See for yourself. Dos animais do Gamble. Dos animais espíritos do Gamble, provavelmente. Brave adventurer who stood fast and quelled the raging Aramitama of my comrade Byakko, the time has come for you to return to Raizen Temple. I presume the auspices of Hell's Lid have need of you once more. Os auspices, sim. If so, give my regards to them and dear Soroban. Sim, o que a gente vai fazer? Vamos dar uma nadada. Nadar no Oceano Vermelho. No mar. Não. The Ruby Sea. O Oceano Rubi. Oi, Gambo. Hello. How are you doing? Well met, Narena. Well met. But wait. Where's this little urchin girl of whom I have grown so fond? Tataru? Tataru deve estar fazendo as contas dela lá. Lá em Ugane. It would be remiss of us to proceed without her, would it not? Why not summon her with a trinket of yours, your link pearl? Tá bom. Alô, Tataru? Hello, Narena, is that you? Sim, sou eu, amiga. E aí? Huh? Right now? Very well, if you insist. Pronto, chamei ela. Deve estar vindo. What wondrous things. These link pearls. Now then, let's just wait until your friend arrives. Tataru, hoje veio sem a roupa chique de arcanista. Narena, Gamble. Ah, good of you to join us, little urchin girl. Ai, que medo. Que medo dessa cara dela. You know, there is such a thing as running a joke into the ground. It pleases me to inform you that thanks to your assistance with this training, Soroban's strength has grown by leaps and bounds. Ere long, we may count him among our most formidable warriors. Out of curiosity, where is Soroban anyway? Engrossed in a very special exercise, I'm afraid. Trust me when I say he would not want you to see him in his current state. Working up a sweat, no doubt. Glad to hear it. But I called you here not to discuss our Kojin friend. The wards have grown weaker, presaging Koryu's inevitable escape. Before he breaks free, the four lords must marshal their strength. And so, Narena, I must entreat you to quell the raging Aramitama of dear comrade once more. Fight, is it? That's where our warrior of light shines. Who's her opponent this time? See for yourself. She should be joining us shortly. She? Ah, Phoenix! Emma Phoenix! It has been too long, elder brother. Several hundred years, by my reckoning. I'm to assume you have kept your silent vigil all this time, Suzaku. Let us not speak of such things. You bade me come hither for another purpose. That I did. Koryu's wards grew weaker by the day, and the calamity he would visit upon us draws nigh. The four lords must join their strength together once more. And to that end, this warrior would unburden my tortured soul. Just so, hers is a power far surpassing that of mortal men. She's heir to the legacy of Tenzin. Brother, how dare you compare this creature to that shining paragon of virtue, of kindness? You sully his memory. And you dare think yourself his equal, his better? Then I will put you to the proof, and when you fall, it will be a fate most deserved. Turn back if you would not have it be so, or join me in misery. Nossa, que atitude. Compared to Byakko, she seems much more angry. The Aramitama feeds upon her grief and feels her rage. She yet mourns a love lost, but it is not my place to speak. Go to her, brave warrior, and learn the truth of her heart. Yes. Sim, iremos. Botar uma fênix. Ai, que legal. Olha, a cauda dela tem o formato certinho de Phoenix Down. Phoenix Down. Aqui. É o mesmo formato. Que legal. You crave battle then, even if it brings you your death. Out of duty, you pit yourself against enemies ever stronger. Without hesitation, without fear, you muster your courage and... No, you're not even a pale shadow of his glory. There was but one man fit to wear the mantle of hero, and he has long since passed from this world. If so, then the Ruby Sea will be consumed by Koryu's fiery judgment, and we, her sworn protectors, will have failed in our duty. Is Tenzin's memory so sacred that you would doom this land out of spite? Oh, Byakko, do you not see? Before I called you brother, I was but a bird who loved a man. Perhaps that was all I was ever meant to be, for I can brook no replacement at my side or in my heart. Not so easily as you. Have you forgotten his final moments? How he fought and died to defeat Koryu? How he sacrificed himself before our very eyes? How dare you ask me that? Every detail is forever seared in my mind's eye, a blackened scar upon my soul. How could I possibly forget? Nor should you, nor will I forget every day we spent together on the road, but to exalt the past over the present, to live life in mourning and never move on, is to dishonor his memory. How dare you speak to me of dishonor? You who have opened our home to this pretender. I see her plainly. How she has warmed her way into your hearts, mimicking Tenzin's manner, cloaking herself in his scent, seeking to supplement Tenzin's in our minds. Nossa, amiga Fênix, calma aí. Eu só vim aqui porque eu sou amigo da galera. Só por isso. Nem conheço esse Tenzin. Listen to yourself, my sister. The Aramitama has driven you to see Oni in shadows. Let it be quelled before your soul is forever lost. Only to Tenzin will I entrust my soul. Only his love will I accept. Bebam água. Agora. Pronto, beberam água? Tá bom, então eu vou continuar. Only to Tenzin will I entrust my soul. Only his love will I accept. Let me help you. Not very convincing. Not a very convincing argument, but that's what we have. He said, oh, Tenzin, very well, but I will brook no delay. I will await you in the depths, in my place of mourning, and when it is ended, I shall mourn you too. Forgive her, Narena. She is yet consumed by her failure to save Tenzin all those years ago. Her regret is a festering wound. The love she bore him gave her strength at once. Alas, through it the Eramitama has found purchase in her soul. It feeds on her grief and despair. 'Tis plain that your presence troubles her as well. She senses your blessing, and it reminds her of him. There were moments when she looked on you with a fire in her eyes. Oh, nossa, não sei mais ler. There were moments where she looked on you with a fire in her eyes. When she gives herself to the Eramitama, she may surrender to her delusions as well. If so, do not be alarmed by what she says. Stand fast and free her from her torment. Pode deixar comigo. Be warned, she commands many powers, including the ability to manipulate geomatic currents. Geomatic currents? Only by remaining observant will you survive. Ai, ok. Medo, mas... Vamos lá. Hell's Key now accessible. Nossa, que rápido! O grupo foi encontrado muito rápido. Que bom. Só falta aceitarem. Aceitem, por favor. Pila como DPS é uma tristeza. Vamos, uma pessoa que falta pra aceitar. Aceite. Damn it. Ok, de volta à espera. Que lugar legal. Ela tem uma armadura, que legal. Tem várias fênixes. Olha que legal, elas morrem, elas ficam sem fogo. Mudam e ficam sem brilho. Sério, legal. Morri. Nossa, morreu todo mundo. Tem que fazer aqui.
Please, my love.
Oh.
If only you would listen.
Agora deu certo. Agora me explicaram o que tinha que fazer. E eu fiz certo. Everybody died again. Me revive, eu posso ajudar a reviver a galera. Meu olho tá ardendo já de não piscar. E um dos tanques saiu. E agora? Ok, um membro da equipe saiu, um dos tanques saiu. Mas a gente já achou um outro. E agora vamos tentar uma terceira vez. E passamos daquela parte. Morre, morre, morre. Oi! Nossa, eu achei que a gente ia morrer. Nossa, eu achei que a gente ia morrer tudo. Ai, que bonito, olha. Fênix. Ser mitológico. How long have I been blinded by this dream, this never-ending nightmare, unable to escape the memory of my beloved? I owe you an apology, brave warrior, as well as my life. In spite of the crude and disrespectful way I treated you, you nevertheless risked your life to free my heart from the terrible delusion which threatened to consume my soul. For the first time in centuries, I can reflect on my time with the man I so deeply loved without being driven to tears. I was born into this world long, long ago, blessed with crimson plumage that shone like blazing fire in the sun. My form was likened to that of the firebird of legend, a being said to have the power to confer immortality upon mortal men. Thus was I pursued endlessly by those who yearned to conquer death. To them, to all mankind, I was no more than a means to an end. But Tenzin did not look upon me so. To him, I was so much more, and he would become everything to me. Together we traveled, we four lords and the samurai. As comrades in arms, we journeyed the realm, feared at first by many of our nature. For our nature. But Tenzin, dear Tenzin, would not close his heart to the people's plight. Not once did he hesitate to proffer a helping hand, and one by one he won over those who once cursed and condemned us. Be there only in the east to slay, or revenants in the west to exorcise. Without hesitation would he bid us rise to the challenge, and leave grateful men and women to spread up word of our deeds, word which one day reached the ears of a king. 'Twas by the king's order that we battled the mud auspice Koryu. Despite the many deeds to our credit, we four had only lived some few centuries and were no match for our foe. Against the might of Koryu's raging Aramitama, my brothers and I were powerless, but Tenzin, brave Tenzin, he would not be denied. At the last, he unleashed a powerful technique, knowing full well that you would leave him exposed. I watched as the light left his eyes forever. Had I been the firebird of legend, had I been possessed of the power of immortality, had I been able to rescue him from death's obsidian abyss. And then, the cruelest irony of all, centuries later, when I finally went through that change, immortality became mine to command. I can but wonder if my bottomless grief for my beloved made it so. The power of which I yearned so desperately that day is now mine. If not to save him, then perhaps to save those for whom Tenzin died. For the memory of my beloved, for his legacy, I shall fight. Let us go and tell Genbu together. And Arena, thank you. How did your battle with Suzaku go? Is she still being difficult? Long did I question why I had been granted this power over life and death too late to save my beloved. Now I understand. To carry on Tenzin's legacy, to save those for whom he gave his everything. Thank you for helping me to realize this, Narena. Is it true that in the West, Lalafels are hunted for sport? It was a strange tale related to me from a fellow auspice who overheard foreign adventurers in Yangxia. Hunting Lalafels for sport. Oh ho! Oh ho! I see you were still in one piece. I gather all went well. Rest assured, elder brother, that I myself once more. You certainly seem different from before, as if a great weight has been lifted from your shoulders. Your face is the very picture of serenity, I'd say. How very perceptive of you, little one. Indeed, I have at long last come to accept the passing of my beloved Tenzin. At long last, indeed, but perhaps such prolonged periods of distress are unavoidable when one lives for more than 1,000 years. I myself am no stranger to melancholy. Melancholy? Melancholy? Melancholy. No, my brother, that you must certainly are not. Oh, how wonderful of me. I have yet to see how Soroban's training is coming along. Soroban! Soroban! Wait! I know this joke! It's a firebird! No, it's an airship! Oh, no Jara Savi urchin, for it is in fact. Soroban. Que? Ele virou uma das tartarugas de Udar? I mean, I expected him in some capacity, but not like this. No one told me that this training would lead to such a radical transformation. Look at me, I'm a giant tortoise. A tortoise! Chocados, todos estamos chocados. I was wrong. This is a very definition of running a joke into the ground. There's no need for panic, Soroban. You probably just recited the words improperly and offered your body as a vessel for a great tortoise kami. That seems to me like a very, very good reason for panic, unless I will return to normal after a short while, like with the Tamatebako of geomancy. Oh well, I cannot say with any significant degree of certainty, but you might regain your original form by the time Narena quells Sirius Aramitama. Might? Might? What is this, might? Might is not an acceptable answer. You must be exhausted from your battle with Suzaku, my friend. Perhaps it would be best if you returned to the land above and took a rest. He's right. I doubt we will be needed here for some time, and Soroban seems to be in mood for company. Soroban seems to be in no mood for company. Be sure to contact me if anything comes up. I had been meaning to return home, even if only briefly, but given my current state, that seems unlikely. If you could go in my stead and tell the other I am hale and healthy, I would be most grateful. Oh, okay. Have I truly become host to a great kami? What if it does not wish to leave? You needn't worry about Soroban. He will be fine eventually. Probably. What about you, Suzaku? Oh, my beloved, I pray you yet watch over me. Ah, Narena. All is well with our friends beneath Hell's Lint. What of Soroban? How goes his training? Goes well. He's a bit changed, but he's well. He failed to perform a ritual correctly and was transformed into a tortoise, you say? But you are aware of that? Oh, I see. This must be some manner of Eorzean joke. How very amusing. No, that's no joke. A pity we will not see him again for the foreseeable future, but I will trust it is for the best, as before. He should take as much time as required. He is a tortoise after all. Ha ha ha. No, it still makes no sense to me. Bem, é isso, então. Aprendi a hum. Obrigado por ter assistido até aqui e até mais.